We are quite close to finishing this game. Everybody, hello subscribers and future subscribers, I'm KarmaJolt. This game is Secret of Mana for the Super SNES system, and we are in the Pure Land. It's an area that once you beat it, you can't come back to it. So I want to farm this one piece of equipment that you can only get from this enemy, this Griffin hand here. And this enemy only appears in the Pure Land. So it might take me a while to find my the ultimate equipment for Nick D, my main character. But, like I was mentioning last time, this Griffin hand drops an item called the Griffin helm. It's the best helmet in the game for the main character. And again, you can only find it here, so I might be doing some grinding for that. Probably won't take me as long as it took to get, like, the Sword of Kings. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I did get really lucky finding the Sword of the Kings both times I streamed Earthbound. But hello, the Gouda Guy, and Wayne, and Selvala, and Avis, and Calix, and Asim. Welcome back. And Selvala, and Wayne, and the Gouda Guy. Hi, Asim. I paid off my Switch 2 pre-order. Heck yeah. Good for you. Wayne, are you psyched? And hitting those Griffin hands with the whatever I'm using, the gem missile. Pretty easy way to KO them. Yo, B1900. I didn't look up that thing yet, but it's on my to-do list today. Javelin reaches level 6, and France is unconscious. Yo, I just crushed that Rabbite. Jordy Pants, what's going on? It's Secret, it's Mana, it's KarmaJolt. Oh my gosh, I love that, Jordy Pants. Alright, let's fight some more of these Griffins. But also, like, while I'm at it, I gotta remember to steal MP from them. Like, anytime my MP drops below, like, 50. Yeah, you can get 22 MP back from them. Let's hit that Griffin hand with a gem missile. I'm guessing, like, the first room of the Pure Land, like that area where there are 3 Griffin hands, that's probably the best way to try to farm this item. Probably the best place, I mean. But I just posted a glitch earlier today. Who saw that video? Of another glitch that you can do in Secret of Mana, where you essentially win the battle against your shadow clones by dying to them. Not so much a glitch as an exploit. It's not really like that was unintended, but maybe they didn't really think of anyone doing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it was programmed. But I don't think the programmers thought anyone would actually do that to beat the boss. Welfare checks, what's going on? Saw that glitch, does it seem? I saw that you commented and stuff. Water thug gets whacked. Ooh, we dropped a treasure chest. This could be something good. These guys dropped like a dragon ring or something. Or a doom trap. Yeah, it might just kill me. Who knows? Oh, it did. It actually killed me. And I believe Molly M is coming down the stairs.
Thanks for helping carry my laundry.
Hey, yeah, no
Sorry,
problem. It's okay.
Have a good stream.
Love you. Molly M, everybody. Spam the holes in the chat. Grawlix. Did you get the Griffin heal? I know what you're saying. The Griffin helm. I'm trying to get it. Haven't found it yet. Look at all those holes in the chat. Another doom trap. Still alive, baby. Well. I shall cure water myself. Also, cure watering on a single target will heal for way more HP than you will ever be damaged for. Like, in fact, I think Jordy's maximum HP at level 99 is, like, not quite 900. Maybe boy character gets 999, or something like that. Behave, sorta. Oakley? I'll sorta do that. Hole is always the goal. Yes, like in basketball, the hole, aka the hoop, is how you score a field goal, aka a basket. I definitely feel like I missed the memo. Why do we do hole for Molly? Is it because she loves golf? Selena, it's literally because she loves that emoji. And really no other reason. Max for girl and sprite is $8.99. Interesting. Okay, I thought they had different max HPs. Hey, look, a bird. Axebeak is this bird's name. Oh, he jumped away from my javelin. What is this movement? Oh, he fears Undyne. Okay, yeah, because he's a flying type, so ice, yeah, ice would whack him. Just like I did with that attack. Selena, welcome, by the way. That lava wave attack that I somehow blocked kept me stunned. It kept me in a locked position for way too long, I would say. And it seems like this guy just blocks with his beak all of my sword attacks. Sleep gas. Oh my gosh, what an obnoxious boss. I blocked it somehow, though. I must have some sort of armor that can negate sleep. Ooh, France's magic skill up. Undyne reaches level 5. Stop jumping. He's gonna jump back. Okay, and he just blocked the sword attack. That's fine. Saint C says I hit that like button. Hey, I appreciate you. Let's keep icing him. Gaming since the 80s, how are you? Actually, you know what? Let's see what HP Absorb can do. If this bird fears Undyne, maybe I can absorb like a ton of HP right here. 386 is pretty good. I'd rather just deal like 500 damage or so, but let's try Acid Storm. I feel like this spell isn't that good. It does lower defenses, and it happened to kill there, but I don't know how much damage it did with that one particular hit. That bird got big feet. Asim, you know what they say about big feet? They say, how do you fly with such tiny wings and big feet? Speaking of which, speaking of fly, where's Genavieve B? Big feet like big cheese. Yes, Gouda guy. Not like toe cheese, though. That'd be gross. Ooh, a Griffin hand. Let's absorb MP from it, so I just never ever have to use the fairy walnuts for my friend France. But what kind of magic is this guy weak to? I doubt he's weak to dark magic, but let's let a dark force rip here. Dark force level 1. Like, by the time you get this evil magic from Shade, your Undyne or your Salamando or your Gnome or your Sylphid will be like level 5 or 6. So there's not like a great reason to level up Shade, especially considering there's like one enemy that's weak to him, you know? I'm exaggerating, obviously. But like, there's just no real reason to use him. This guy is just tanking a ton of damage here, fighter, though. Hey, it's Mister, I'm here. I'm sorry, hey, it's me, I'm here. Yo, this guy's got a ton of HP. The Spectre? Is there a reason to kill this dude? So yeah, a lot of the enemies in the Pure Land drop really good loot. Like, I think you can get some pretty darn good accessories from, like, possibly the Spectre, I think the Water Thug as well. Or the Ice Thug, I should say. But the only one that is, like, best in slot is the one that the Griffin hand drops. So we don't really need to farm any of the other enemies. But I will try to get this Griffin helmet, Nick the Frenchie. How are you? Hey, like it says in the chat, everybody, let's do some squats today. If you donate any money, if you donate any amount, I will do squats on stream. They've been, like, helping. Like, I feel stronger, and some of my friends are telling me that I look stronger, too. So that's nice. Maybe you should do them with me, and we'll both get stronger and feel better about ourselves. Because I do love me some progress. Or as frogs call it, frogress. Actually, they don't call it that because they can't talk. Except for maybe one of the frogs. Jordy, that was for you. So is the Pure Land where the Mana Tree is? Yes, Gouda Guy. That's basically the part of the story that we're up to. Is that somebody, like, kinda in passing mentioned, like, hey, if you want to fully power up your sword, go to the Pure Land and lick the Mana Tree or something. And that's why we're here. 999 damage from that. Probably a combination of earth magic and getting stabbed there. Love the spicy chicken monster. You gotta be more specific about that, Selena. There's a couple of those. This could be a chicken feet, too. But yeah, that axe beak. Lick the Mana Tree. Fighter, like, I don't know how you get mana magic from it. I imagine it comes from touching it. And what's the best way to touch something? Hey, howdy, says Genavieve B. You gotta eat the juices of the tree. GB, GB. Yeah, everyone spam the puppy dog emoji in the chat for Genavieve B. So, if you're playing this game on emulator or on the collection of mana, let's say, or the SNES Classic, or really anything that has some sort of save state functionality, you can manipulate treasure chest drops. So what I could do is just, like, cast this magic, immediately save a state, and then, like, anytime this Griffin hand doesn't drop the treasure chest, load up the save state again and, like, do some other random stuff, like throw my sword or move in a different direction to try to manipulate the RNG. And basically keep loading up that save file and doing different things until it drops a treasure chest. And once it does, what I could do is I could save another save state, open up the treasure chest, and if it doesn't give me what I want, I'll just load up the save state again and open up that treasure chest on a different frame or something like that until it drops the Griffin helm, because the way drops are determined from treasure chests in this game is actually that the contents of the chest are not determined until you open the treasure chest. Kind of like how it is in the previous game, Final Fantasy Adventure, the prequel to this game. Hello, Wayne. It's going okay, I guess, says Jin B. Talking about work? Yep, exactly, says Welfare Checks. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. That's usually true. Best way to touch something is with your tongue, duh. Yeah, to keep your hands safe. Tiger Frog TV, what's going on? Hello, chat. Hello, KarmaJolt. Gouda Guy, I had some cheese earlier. Because I had a slice of Pete's. Speaking of Pete's, I'm gonna smack these feet. Ooh, let's open this treasure chest here. Griffin helm! Doom trap. Still alive. Fighter? It's kind of dangerous to farm these treasure chests because of all the doom traps. I love that howling sound. Who's making that? Is that the ghost? Is that Spectre? Spectre? Of course I do. I spect all women. Until they mess up, I guess. Until they do something horrible. The only one enjoying work at the moment is KarmaJolt here. Eating more cheese, Karma. A block a day keeps something away. Yes. Who remembers Group X? The group that did that song about the Schmerio twins. They also had a song about cheese. That was like, oh, your bones are not strong because you're supposed to be eating something like 1,400 gallons per day of cheese. Sh 55. Yes, they also did that song, Jordy Pants. Also, the sound effects are great. Yeah, Tiger Frog, there's a lot to love about this game. But I've been mentioning this a lot. There's also a lot that didn't age well about this game. Just some of the mechanics are janky, the dialogue is weird. That said, I've played it like a million times. Okay, I got a chocolate from that treasure chest. At least it's something. Because this game is fun, and I really wish I could play it 3 players for you. You know what? I bet I could do that on the collection of mana. I just need multiple friends who are willing to play this game. Who have time. France reaches level 59 or something. Gem Missile level 6. What a beast. Selena, I see you with the frogs. Cameron Rice, welcome. It's annoying that I have to cut through so many plants. But also, it's unusual. It's a bit odd that I don't have to cut through more foliage in this area that doesn't have a lawnmower. Like, nobody takes care of these grounds here. So you figured the overgrowth would be more overgrown. They're just making fertilizer for the greens. Yeah, by, killing all of these animals. Wayne, that's a decent point. And I'm noticing that, like, if you hit the B button to swing your sword, sometimes your character will swing and sometimes he will stab, and I don't think it has anything to do with whether you're moving or not. But in the previous game, in Final Fantasy Legend, which again is an awesome game. I'm sorry, Final Fantasy Adventure for the Nintendo Game Boy. There is a difference. You can control whether you swing your sword or stab it, depending on whether you're moving when you press the attack button or not. Gen B, I saw the meme! What meme? Alright, let's absorb some MP from this foot. MP is stored in the feet, as we know. Griffin hand gets whacked. But yeah, just farming for treasure chests. Banana meme. Oh, did you post something in the Discord? I meant to look at that, but I was like, I have to put down my phone and get to work. And I went to work on posting a short, like you may have seen earlier. Getting a lot of level ups for Gnome. My earth magic. My earth bending. Such a busy guy. Gen B? I should be. I should be busier. But I'm only busy if I can get off my freaking phone and, like, concentrate, you know? My controls were reversed from that silence, so that's why I did some weird movement there. France has magic skill up. Gnome reaches level 7. See ya. Are the crystals bigger? I mean, they're bigger than they were at level 2. Well, it's hard when you need your phone sometimes for work. Yes! The peel, says Asim. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be leveling up my Luna magic at some point, too. I used it as a boomerang. What, the banana? Man, look at all those crystals. Griffin helm? This is it. This is definitely the one for sure, and I'm not lying about that. Oh, it was a chocolate. I wasn't lying, I was hoping and guessing. Karma, you look very appealing today, Yoasim. Just for that, I'm gonna show you what Earth Slide looks like now. Is it more Earth? Actually can't tell. 869, huh? How much does Gem Missile do? Like, about the same? 760. Okay, so Earth Slide does slightly more damage for 50% more mana cost, right? Because this is 2... Yeah, that's 3. That's still pretty cheap for a hard-hitting spell. But, like, so is Gem Missile. Karma is always appealing. Hey, appreciate you, Nick the Frenchie. Rip Nanners says, met my wife through a dating app. Opening line was asking if she liked bananas because I find her appealing. Oh my gosh. Yo, Rip Nanners, I got a story for you. This lovely lady named Genavieve B in the chat, she and I met on a dating app as well. She was the only person to ever message me first, Kevin Smith. And her opening line was, howdy, partner. And that was it. I was like, all right, when do we meet? With the little cowboy emoji, too. But yeah, thank you for sharing, Rip Nanners. It's a great story. Are you on the island of mana? Kevin Smith? Yes. But you can say that at many points in the game, because there are a lot of islands in this game, and some of them are of mana. At least that's what the game implies, like, oh, everything in this universe is made out of mana. Or, I don't know if they explicitly say that or I'm making it up, but I'd like to think that there are multiple islands of mana, Ninja. I posted a video in the Discord yesterday of one of my old streams back from, like, December of 2020. And it was the VOD of, like, my final Zelda 2 stream. I had played all the way through Zelda 2 on NES. But this particular video that I posted happened to be after I finally reached 1,000 subscribers so that I could monetize my channel. And during that video, I got my first ever super sticker donation from the man, the myth, the beard, Megaharv. So I posted a little throwback in the Discord yesterday, is what I'm trying to say. Who saw that? Who took a look? Is this the one where you have to fight the dragons? You bet. Yeah, I've already fought at least one dragon. Can't wait to see you tomorrow, says Genevieve B. Hey, appreciate you. I mean, I love you. I was about to say appreciate you to Enigma and Mega Bubble, but I got ahead of myself. Jordy Pants with the Canada emojis. Yeah, Genevieve, when do we build a fort? Can't believe I just said appreciate you to my own GF. I almost said I appreciate you to Genevieve B and I love you to Enigma, which wouldn't have been, like, wrong, you know. Enigma, I love you too. And Mega Bubble says, I saw it, bro. But yeah, tomorrow, Widescreen Wednesday, and Genevieve Ben's Day. No. I was trying to rhyme. Made it sound weird. Rig fort, yeah, fort on the bed. The Griffin helm, finally we got it. Oh my gosh. Never mind, chocolate won't fit. Because they never have a bard in their game. Kevin Smith? I've got no bard in this fight. Donkey is the goat. Nick the Frenchie, are you just assuming that we're gonna watch Shrek? We might. Our love is a secret, just like the true pronunciation of mana. We can, though, says Genevieve B. That's true. But we do have to finish Pirates of the Caribbean 3 and Poor Things, because there were 2 movies that we had to stop watching in the middle because of reasons. Oh, this one's just a chocolate. Dang it. Would have been really funny if that was the GH. Donkey and Shrek did. Wait, what are we talking about? I already forgot what the conversation was. Donkey and Shrek said he loves Enigma. I get it. Let's absorb some MP. The opening chest animation is amazing. Yeah, Nick the Frenchie. Like, why do they have to slam it down on the ground like that? Why can't they just, like, open it, you know? That said, I've been playing chest for years, and I'm not good at openings. Guys, I spent like 12 hours installing a junkyard engine in my race car, and the engine was bad. Ah, what kind of bad? Like evil bad? Could give you an advantage, Enigma. Chaotic energy, says Nick the Frenchie. Yes. Scrolled away. YouTube claimed the stream ended? Wait, Avis. YouTube lying to you about my streams? Michael Jackson bad. Okay. You still, I think, have to clarify that, Megabubble, because are you talking about the art or the artist? Jay Mobley. Hey guys, can I drop a gimmick lore real quick? Yes, Jay Mobley, but also, like, I feel like for the people, you should at least once describe what gimmick is. Megabubble, you like that one? Asim. Realm Surfer, good afternoon, dude. I love that you, as a surfer, use the word dude. I think that's appropriate for you. I should have given you the Nick D voice. Good afternoon, dude. That's like the dumb meathead voice that I give to a lot of male characters who fit a certain trope. They are angry and they fight. It is possessed, cursed, and petrified all at the same time. Oh, well, that last one is a problem. Okay, so Gimmick is a game about a green guy named Yume Taro, and he can summon a star that bounces around. Yeah, and he can use that star like a platform, right? Kind of a cool gimmick for a game. More treasure chests. Oh my gosh. Sounds a lot like Kirby. It's an Enigma, so actually the game has a certain cuteness to it that is very reminiscent of the Kirby games. Although, I don't exactly know when Gimmick came out relative to Kirby. Sometimes I get 14 MP from these guys, and sometimes I get like 20-something. I think I prefer turn-based, says Nick the Frenchie. Like turn-based games in general? Or turn-based chess. I think that is how chess is best played. Yeah, he can ride on the star too. Riding the star is required to reach secret areas for the good ending. Gotta study Curbology, Avis? Yes. Magics. Lunch today is BBQ chicken, fried rice, and mac sal. Oh my gosh. Genavieve B, you're the only one I know who abbreviates macaroni salad to mac sal. And by the way, macaroni salad is already an abbreviation of Macaronius saladium. Side order, what's going on? Well, hey, look, it's the greatest streamer out there, KarmaJolt. How are you today, brother? I love that you said brother like you are Hulk Hogan. In fact, a long time ago when I played this game with Safety Servbot, we named the sprite character Hulk because one of the first lines he says is, he calls you brother. And we were like, alright, well, obviously he's Hulk Hogan. Gimmick came before Kirby. Okay, that's some good lore, Jay Mobley. That's a good gimmick lore for the day, as a matter of fact. Macronius saladium, the scientific name. Yeah, that's like when the animation freezes in those Wile E. Coyote cartoons, and then they show you the scientific name underneath it. Leader Jord, what's going on? Man, haven't gotten a treasure chest drop in a while. Ooh, Magic Absorb is now level 3. Look at this. And it looks like... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, maybe it looks like when you cast a magic and it levels up on that exact time you cast it, you do get the level up before you cast it, but maybe I'm wrong. Jordy reaches level 69 almost. Man, I might make a map like this in one of my RPGs. Yeah, this is a cool area. Hee hee, nice. Sorry, I have to respond to an important text message from an equally important person. In fact, a more importanter person. Quick Guns, how are you? I hope you are better than this Griffin hand. But I'm sure you're equally talented. I don't know, I was trying to make a joke. I see you, Genavieve B. With the heartburn emoji. I honestly just love the exiting animation. I just wish you could go back later. I believe they block it off after you finish it. Yes, you cannot come back to the Pure Land after you finish this area, which is why I am grinding for this particular piece of equipment right now. I bet it's Gen B, says Nick D. How did you know? Gem Missile, level 7. Ooh, another chocolate, everybody. Heck yeah. Dang it. So before, I was saying, every time I opened the treasure chest, I was saying, ooh, this is the Griffin helm. And that didn't work. So I tried to switch it up with the reverse psychology, being like, oh great, a chocolate. But then it was still a chocolate in the treasure chest. Because yeah, if it's not obvious, this Griffin hand can drop 2 items from his treasure chest. Well, he can drop traps, but that doesn't count as items. But if it's not a trap, it's going to be one of 2 items. It's either going to be chocolate or the Griffin helm. This one is going to fool me and be something like a doom trap. Bah. Chocolate won't fit. Chocolate will always fit in my belly. I'm telling you right now. Chocolate, like in that one SpongeBob episode. Leader Jord, I'm thinking about the skit that included Keenan and that other girl whose name I can't remember in the show All That. Like booby traps, that's right, Asim. The best kind of trap. At least with saying chocolate, your correct guess rate is a lot higher. Michael Mervin? That's correct. France's weapon skill up. Javelin reaches level 7. What a beast. Okay. All that was great, says Jordy Pants. You should talk to Sean R. about it. That guy loves the Nickelodeon nostalgia. We need Gen B to cover the All That theme song, Stat. Well, this is just an introduction before we blow your mind. The show was all of that, and yes, we do it all the time. I think that actually might have been Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC. Rogue Effect, are you here? I'm mentioning TLC. I watched the Amanda Show, says Avis. Ooh, the Griffin Pants! They're gonna be Griffin Pants if Jordy Pants opens the chest. Oh, this is a Doom Trap. Still alive, baby! Well, might as well use these chocolates we keep getting. And for no reason, like, let's just level up, Damn, that's 115 offense. Let's just level up Nick D's axe skill. Rogue is likely lurking in the shadows like we good ninjas do. Nah, Ninja. The TLC mention would have drawn him out, so he's not here. I want to wash the dishes when I think of him. What a compliment, Nick DeFrenchie. Wait, why do you say that? Inside this treasure chest is going to be Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Chocolate! Okay. Could be chasing waterfalls. So I thought, like, the rare drops in treasure chests were something like 1 in 8. But maybe it's less than that. Also, I want to say the axe has lower range than the sword. Me, Jordy. What are we talking about? Okay, but Good Burger is a great movie, IDC. My absolute favorite part of the movie is, like, after the climax, when Keenan... I don't remember the name of the characters. It's Ed is Kel Mitchell, and he is the main character. But I don't remember what Keenan's character's name is. But anyway, Keenan's character is like, Ed, I don't think we can hang out anymore. And Ed goes, oh... Is it 'cause I'm black? And I, like, died at that because that was so absolutely unexpected. And if it's not clear, both characters are black, and that's the joke. Killer Chocobos, they don't get any chocolate. Does anyone even get that reference? I don't know that one. Genevieve B, you behave! Oh my gosh. And also, sometimes you need a good burger. Yeah, the axe is, like, decidedly worse at cutting down the foliage than the sword is. Like, I can't get to the... Okay. I can't get to the bush unless I go around the feet. Don't take that one out of context. Smacked. No treasure chest. It's usually the one closer to the exit that drops the treasure chest. You people in the chat right now, better behave. Ooh, I almost missed a treasure. There's no context here. But at least there's chocolate. Dang it, and it won't fit. Alright, let's use another. Jordy is gonna level up soon anyway and get all of her HP back. But I will use a chocolate. I'm prepared for this part of the stream to last like an hour or two at least. Hey, I had my skee-ball league last night. I rolled pretty well. I had one round where I rolled a 40, a 40, and a 100. To keep up with another team that had hit 100 earlier in the round. And we ended up winning that one, which was cool. But I stayed just long enough to see my friend Nate roll a perfect round where he rolled 300s in a row. And I'm like, I'm glad I stayed for that, because how often does that happen? But apparently, right after I left, his teammate did the same thing. So they had 600 points after 6 rolls, which is insane. And then their final teammate rolled 340s, which is a good round on its own. So they got a score of 720, which is insane. Metal Man, how are you? The Mana Forest, that is a rough area. I'm just trying to get the helmet from these Griffin hands. Because they will drop the Griffin helm. Anyway, all in all, we got a score of 24 points, which is, like, you know... The way it works is you can score 1 to 4 points in a round, depending on whether you are in 4th place or 1st place. And there are 8 rounds, so, like, average-ish score would be, like, 20, you know, for the night. We got 24, which is pretty good. Wild and Crazy Kids, another Nickelodeon show. Yeah, with Omar Gooding, who I want to say must be related to Cuba Gooding Jr. Because they look very similar, you know? But yeah, I remember that show. And I remember the episode where they were like, okay, here's a cabin in the woods, now ruin it with toilet paper and eggs and stuff. Glutes, says Genevieve B with the cool $2. Hey, thank you so much. Everyone spam the puppy dog emoji in the chat. As we got a chocolate. Do you have it? Guts. Yo, any Enigma? I remember that one too. With Mike O'Malley? Actually, you know what? Let's do these two right away. Thank you, Genevieve B, for being so nice and generous. Genevieverous. I was trying to make a joke. Let's go to Mo. Mo! All right, 2 squats for $2. Hey, thank you so much. 1, 2. Thump. Thank you, baby. Hold on. My chair is on my headphones. Okay. Genevieverous. Love that. Okay, let's get this Griffin helm. Gotta keep it balanced. I don't, Metal Man. Sometimes I just fall off balance, and that's very funny. But not while I'm squatting. I meant that, like, metaphorically. Bop. 969 damage. Genevieve B has been a member for 11 months. OMG, so close to 365. Oh my gosh. Everyone spam more puppy dog emojis in the chat. Thank you so much for being so supportive, babe. Sirefly, Griffin helm, more like invisible cap. But it's not cap, it's real, I promise. It just can sometimes take a long time to find. But yeah, welcome, Sirefly. I think my eyes just played a trick on me there. I thought I saw a treasure chest up in the room to the north. But I don't think there is one there, nor can there be one up there. I mean, arms one day and legs the next day. Okay, I was wondering what you meant. Yeah, sometimes I do curls on the stream instead of squats. What if you become a member during a leap year? Then you get an extra day of membership for the same price. So it's technically more efficient. Kind of like how your rent is most expensive in February. Ouch! I got Griffin handed. Alright, absorb some stuff. Now that we're, like, finally at the end of the game, my characters have, like, sufficient MP to use their spells a bunch. You're gonna get the helm on the next chest, calling it now. Sirefly? Yeah, and that chest is gonna show up right on this screen. Ready? Wait for it. Dang it. Well, your call still might be right. Who knows? Your rent is not a set price for the whole year. Most people in America pay their rent by the month. And it's always the same price, no matter what the month is. So if the month is 28 days or 31 days, it's still the same price. Have I gotten any, like, axe level increase? Maybe I actually have to kill them with a weapon in order to get my axe skill up. So I can't just, like, hit them with the axe, then kill them with a spell. Same as in France. Except if your landlord wants to be a tool. That's, like, pretty much all landlords, though, Metal Man. They are incentivized to exploit you. That's how landlords work. Here it is, the Griffin helm, according to Sir Sirefly. Dang it. Obviously, you weren't talking about that one. That one didn't count. Jamie T, what's going on? Hey, guys. What's going on today? I'm trying to find a helmet. Jamie T, how are you doing these days? Especially with corporate landlords. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one didn't count, says Sirefly. Oh, we know. We know how it works. Smacks with an axe. Might be faster if you just killed the one. You could be right, Grawlix. Smacked. Alright, let's try that for a while and see if I can speed up this grinding process. Okay, not on, says Jamie T. What? The internet says 12% chance of rare drop, according to GameFAQs. Okay. So that's approximately 1 in 8, right? It will be this 1 in 8, according to Sirefly. Shoot. My landlord is actually super cool. Nick the Frenchie? Yeah, but that's not an American landlord. Nick D reaches level 6'3". That kind of rhymes with Nick D. Thank you, Enigma. That's important information. Some sort of level up there. Yeah, this is taking quite a while. Yeah, Metal Man, agree. Get down here, oh my gosh. I need to absorb MP. There's a wild platform for landlords, real page, that was basically price fixing. It aggregated average rent prices, which isn't bad, but then pressured everyone to meet or raise that average. Oh, I hate that. My landlord is awesome. He's been saying he's been going to raise the rent for the last 2 years. Then just says, it's okay. Alright, that's kind of funny. He's also a caretaker at a golf course and gets his guys to come over and take care the maintenance so the house rarely has issues. That's awesome. When I lived in Kansas City, I had a landlord who, like my ceiling was falling. And, like, the gap between my door and the wall was, like, an inch, so, like, bats were getting in. And I kept complaining about it. They were like, yeah, I don't care. And then, like, the one time I was like, hey, my countertop next to my sink just shocked me. And, like, you might have a problem if you don't fix this one. They were there immediately. But then he, like, tried to screw us out of money by saying that we didn't pay the rent that we did, and then he was charging a late fee, a cumulative, recurring late fee for rent that I had paid years ago that he said I didn't, and I proved that I did pay it, and he dropped a lawsuit against me. Like, basically, he was like, hey, you didn't pay this rent from a year ago, and for that, there's a $50 late fee, and in fact, that $50 compounds for every month that it's late, so you actually owe me $4,000. And I was like, I can prove that I paid that. And he was like, oh shit, I didn't expect that. Basically. Anyway, here's Griffin helm. 2 treasure chests. This is our chance. Chocolate won't fit. All right, 1 in 8 chance, or approximately 12%. Bah! Dang, double chocolate. Yeah, Grolix, he was bad. But then my other landlords, when I lived in New Orleans, like, they were the kind of landlord who would smile in your face, be like, oh, you know, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. We'll take care of it. And then, let me give you an example. Like, I was moving out of one of their apartments and into another one of their apartments. And we straight up asked them, like, hey, so, like, there's, like, a stain on the carpet here. Should we get, like, should we rent, like, some, like, steam vacuum thing and take care of this? And they were like, oh, don't even worry about it, you know? And we thought that they were trying to imply, like, it's not a big deal, we won't charge you for that. But they did. They charged us, like, $300 for that. And it would have only cost us, like, $50 to rent some piece of equipment that would have taken care of it, right? Not to mention, like, when we first moved in, we were looking to get one apartment, and they were like, if you'd like, we can place a hold on that apartment before you make your decision, and it will be, like, basically, it'll be available for the next 10 days, so you have 10 days to make your decision about whether you want that apartment or not. After 4 days, we came back, and we were like, yeah, we want it, and they were like, ah, sorry, we just gave it to someone else. And it's like, what was the point of the hold? So they just did, like, a lot of stuff like that. Then there was another time where that same landlord, like, I found a bed bug in my apartment, right? And long story short, the lease for that apartment, I remember that story, says Genavieve B. The lease for that apartment, the lease agreement was like, hey, if we find bed bugs in your apartment, it's our right to search the other apartments to determine whether there are bed bugs in other apartments, and if we find out that you're the source of those bed bugs, you have to pay for the exterminator to come and exterminate all the bed bugs in all the rooms adjacent to yours and not just yours. So, yes, welfare checks. That's a great way to put it. So, I was like, okay, so what the lease is implying, though, is that if I find one bed bug in my apartment, what you're going to do is check the apartments next to mine to see if you can determine the source of these bed bugs. And if they're the source, then they have to pay for it and not me. They have to pay for this treatment and not me, right? And they were, for some reason, like, whoa, actually, that's not how it works, you know? And I'm like, are you sure? Because what you just were telling me was that if the bed bugs are a problem in other apartments because of me, that I have to pay for those bed bugs. But if the bed bugs are also in the other apartments, but they're the actual source of the problem, they should have to pay, right? And they were kind of backtracking like, well, that's not really what it means. So I pulled out the lease that we had signed, because I guess they didn't expect me to keep a copy of that. And I was like, that's exactly what it says here. So I had their maintenance guy, Joe, who was a cool dude, check out the apartments next to me. And I remember I was outside in the courtyard when he was doing that. He's like, hey, I'm gonna go check the other apartments now. And I saw him walk into the apartment next to mine. And 20 seconds, not even 20 seconds later, he comes out with this look on his face. And I'm like, okay, I know where the bed bugs came from. So after a lot of stupid fighting, it was determined that I did not have to pay for the bedbug treatment. The problem, though, I think, was that my landlord knew that my neighbors couldn't afford to pay for the treatment of all the apartments, and that's why they were trying to get me to do it. Desert Titan? In hindsight, it's kind of funny. The last thing that happened between me and this landlord, though, was when I left my apartment to move to Kansas City, they actually paid back my rent deposit, which I didn't expect. Because I thought they were going to pull some crap like, oh, there's a thumbtack hole in the wall where you put up a poster, or something like that, right? But they gave me my rent deposit back. In fact, they gave triple the rent deposit back. So I deposited the money into my account and left, and didn't say a word about it. Then a couple months later, they called me, and they were like, hey, we think we might have made a mistake, and we accidentally gave you $1,500 instead of $500 for your rent deposit. Can you give that back? And I said, like, yeah, sure, come visit me, I'll write you a check. And then I hung up the phone, and I never heard from them ever again. So I had the last laugh. Metal Man, I know what you mean about that. Not Lucid 3, W is correct, thank you. I wish I could find a W in one of these chests, though. I've been trying to get this Griffin helm for like, I don't know, some 40,000 years, and it hasn't appeared yet. My landlord is awesome, says Calyx. That's great. I've never had a good one. Good call, NTF. But yeah, Michael Mervin, thanks for being here. Let's hit this claw. Bopped. Man, this rare drop is taking a long time to find. It's like it's rare or something. Are you home with the bed bugs, says Pizza Burger? No, that was years ago. Here it is, the Griffin helm. The gosh dang Griffin helm. Chocolate won't fit. That reminds me of a story where a guy overpaid his credit card and called them 3X. 3 times a day for weeks until they blocked him. He was like, you call me this much, why can't I call you? You owe me money. Grolix? That's a great point. Saint C? That's a good point. Also, probably the biggest reason I left the church was because the people who outwardly boast about being Christian are the least Christian people I know. There are too many Christians who follow their own version of Christianity rather than the actual teachings of the actual Jesus. So yeah, in other words, a lot of Christians ain't Christianing. Some of them are great, though. Some of them are great. What if the message had 2 parts, and it's trying to say the chocolate won't fit in your inventory because this Griffin helm in this chest needs to fit? Love that. As someone who never got into JRPGs, says Mike Berkman, what are some good old school ones that would be good to start with? Honestly, like, if you don't mind starting with, like, an old game, play Dragon Warrior. Play Dragon Quest 1. But I personally love Dragon Warrior 3. A lot of people will tell you 4 is better. Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo. Except, I think, though, like, if you play Chrono Trigger, like, does it go up from there, you know? You might be disappointed with everything after. I think a good solid place to start is Final Fantasy IV. That is like a rather generic RPG that's still fun and cool to play, with a great soundtrack. And we finally got the Griffin helm, everybody. Oh, it was a freeze level 7. Chocolate won't fit. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I took 1 damage from something. When you get me as your GF, is there anything better? Genevieve B? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm pretty happy. Are these suitable for playing on touchscreen Android? I'm not sure, Mike B. I actually don't know. Mystic Quest is good. I hear it's simple. Sam Hawks? That game is tedious and generic, and the characters are dumb, but the soundtrack is awesome, and, like, it's fun at times, but other times are like, okay, when's this dungeon gonna be over, you know? Karma, am I your Chrono Trigger? Genevieve B. Yes, you are. She chrono on my trigger till my square's soft. 16 possible endings? For Chrono Trigger? I've probably seen about 8 of them. Genevieve B, I don't know. Karma, behave. Michael Mervin, I'm trying my best. Gen B is our Final Fantasy. That's a good one, Jamie T. How long have I been at this? I understand that, you know, finding ultimate equipment sometimes requires patience. But also, at this point, shouldn't my magic be at level 8? Or maybe it can't be at level 8 because I haven't found the last seed or something? Obviously, it's a glitch. It was supposed to be the Griffin helm, not a chocolate. Yo, Pressy P! How you is? Shimana on my secret. She Griffin on my helm. Mega Man 45, what's going on? Well, that's stupid, says Nick the Frenchie. You may be correct about this. MP Absorb. Let's blow up this ghost too. Okay, this guy probably fears something like Lumina. Let's just hit him with one good laser. And while I'm at it, some ice. And some analyzer. Yeah, fears Lumina. I wonder if they can have multiple fears. I certainly do. Burst. What's up, High Law? Just farming some items here. Have you played Terra Enigma? Disco Donkey, a long time ago, I played it with my friend Mega Harv. We did what was called a tag team live stream, where essentially, like, he started part 1 and streamed it for an hour, and then saved a save state and passed it to me. Then I picked up from where he left off on that save state to play part 2. I streamed it for an hour. At the end of my hour, I saved a state again and sent it back to him. So essentially, we were doing alternating hour-long streams, but we weren't allowed to watch each other's streams. So we would never know where we were starting our part from. So technically, yes, I played it. That's what I'm trying to say. Ooh, a Griffin helm! Finally! Oh my gosh, that took... Dang it. It's a 1 in 8 chance to find this Griffin helm. How many chests have I opened? Probably a good 14. More than 8. Sirefly? So one of them should have been the 1 in 8. What's Terranigma? Any relation to any Enigma? Yes. It is an Enix RPG that is part of like the Soul Blazer / Illusion of Time or Illusion of Gaia trilogy. And it's pretty good. I think it's a little overrated. But it's like, it's got a pretty interesting concept about how, like, you're the guy that's supposed to revive the Earth. So you go back in time and bring water back to the planets and, like, make the continents grow and then, like, create animals. Like, basically, you go back in time and do God's job, you know? Are we lagging again? Is anyone else getting lag? Usually my computer tells me when we've got lag. Like, it'll straight up be like, ah, you got disconnected, you idiot. Nick D's weapon skill up, finally. Axe reaches level 3. Jordy reaches level 69 or something. Okay, no one else is getting lag, apparently. Must be France. Kind of like Evo on SNES. I can see the connection. Yeah, Middleman. More treasure chests, please. Yeah, Evo, search for Eden. Loosely related to Space Station Silicon Valley on the N64, which is actually a pretty darn good game. A treasure chest. This is the one, everybody. Ah, dang. I messed that one up. Yeah, obviously that one was my... I messed that up. Sorry. That should have been the Griffin helm, but I opened it wrong. Maybe it needs reverse psychology. We tried that before, Sirefly. But let's try it now. Ooh, cool, a chocolate. Heck yeah, we got a chocolate, everybody. Oh, it was freeze level 7. Sirefly! It was it! It was the Griffin helm because we did reverse psychology. Oh my gosh, you were right. I was like, ooh, it's a chocolate. And the game's like, oh, you want a chocolate? Check this out. I'm going to give you the Griffin helm, which is only a 5-point defense increase over this helmet that I bought from Nico. But I think this one gives you 5 strength, and it is the best helmet in the game for our main guy character, Nick D, the boy with anger problems and a sword. We did it, everybody. We finally found it. GG. Beautiful is right. Let's go. Michael Mervin. Defeat the dragon to the left of the forest to pass this gate. But first, save your game. I will now that I have the Griffin helm. How many levels did I just gain there? In that long grind. I went from 57 to 65. So, okay, so I got 8 levels for my main character at least. But you know what time it is now? Time to edit the window. And we'll do a different color. Yeah, that seems fine. Not so bad. So what cheat do you have to beat the dragon? Hit it with magic. I also think, like, the Needle-Lion in this area, as well as the Ice Thug, can drop, like, some cool accessories. Well, grats. Thanks, fighter. But the accessories they drop are not, like, the best in the game. In fact, you can get stuff in the final dungeon, aka the Fungeon, the Mana Fortress. Which is not an area that you cannot go back to after you beat it. Because you just load up your save file, I guess. Hey, yo, do a flip. Yo, Fallen Zoe, you just missed it. But yes, welcome. Love the window edit in FF7. Yeah, that was a fun one. How did you dodge those arrows? What was I almost gonna say? Oh, Lucid Barrier is probably why he was dodging all the arrows so good. 69 damage to that Needle-Lion. That's why he's so confused. Just gonna stun this guy here. Alright, let's go into this tiny cave. The best gear is in, like, the last screen of the Mana Fortress. Some of it's on, like, the first screen, though, Grolix. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but you can get some, like, really, really powerful, either second best or absolute best equipment in the game from, like, the first guys you see. Hey, here's a red dragon. I bet he is allergic to blue-type attacks. Red eyes, red dragon. He's got red eyes because he hasn't slept in a while. Oh, but he fears Undyne. Who would have guessed? Let's use freeze level 5. Dang, 413. Let's absorb some MP, too. That's 2 bosses in a row who fear the, mermaid lady? I just absorbed a lot of HP there. Cool him off is right. Did I not use Acid Storm here? Level 5. Defense down. Oh, that did a ton of damage. Now let's throw a jab. It missed. That's great. What are those graphics? Nick D's magic faded. I have an idea. Let's do like a random attack on him. Blaze Wall. Shoot, I missed with my javelin. There I did like 8 damage though. Ice tray included. Hey, Fallen Zoe. Yeah, you should listen to my moderators, because they're cool. Get iced. I shot the arrow into his mouth. That's why it did extra damage. 5'11". That is my height and my birthday. Dead dragon. Throw more fridges. I think you can use the target and it will show current HP. The analyzer spell definitely does that. Do you mean the targeting function in the menu? You mean metal ice trays are awesome. Metal Man? All ice trays matter. Yeah, oh, so after I analyze something, huh? Let's try that right now. So, like, if I have my AI target any of these enemies, it doesn't show their HP. But if I use Analyzer on, like, this Eggplant Man, for example, It will show that he's confused. He's got 300 HP. And then afterward, if I use the target... Well, okay. I thought it would show up. Same, says Grawlix. You thought it would show up too? I was ready to make a whole stream highlight about that one. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't need no Griffin helm anymore. Let's leave that area. Okay, gotta head out. Thanks for the stream, KarmaJolt. Have a great day, everyone. Michael Mervin, cheers to you. It's water. Let's save the game. Did we find the friggin' helmet yet? We did, Jordy Pants. We got the Griffin helm. The Griffin helm. Lois? Dang it. Do you think these guys fear Salamando? I have 69 MP, so like let's hit one of them with a fireball. Why do they keep dodging these arrows? Oh yeah, that crushed him. The music in this forest is like serene as balls. Oh my god. I'm so freaking calm and relaxed right now. Watch me get another Griffin helm. From this eagle talon, from this Griffin hand. Oh, his defense be up. LeMayo, the juxtaposition. Yeah, music is 10 out of 10. You're a 10 out of 10, Ninja. Ooh, broken, what do you call them? Columns. Trials of Mana has harder to get items from chests compared to this game. Saint C? I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Because you can get, like, every late-game item from the same enemy. As long as it drops a gear seed, as they're called, in the official translation. That said, every time you plant one of those seeds, it'll give you, like... It's guaranteed to give you a piece of late-game equipment. But it could be any piece for any one of your characters, and, like, eventually it gets to the point where you're just looking for one thing, but you keep getting duplicates over and over. So, like, yeah, you're probably right, actually. At least I found it harder, says Saint C. I think last time I got pretty lucky with it, but also, like, it was easy to farm those weapon armor seeds, as they're called in the non-official translation. Okay, let's go this way, I guess. Mushroom? I didn't have anything to say to him. I was just saying his name out loud. Be really funny if you got a second Griffin helm while leaving the forest. That's right, Sirefly. It'd be really... The whole stream is funny, you know? I'm just a funny guy. No edit book reviews. As a person named Nick, I love the character name. Yeah, I named him after Nick D. The guy who shows up to my chat sometimes. He happened to donate, like, as I was naming the main character. So I was like, Nick D? Guess what? You are the main character now. And not just in your own head. This time. The rare drops in this game really made this extra fun for me. Yup. Yeah, rare drops. Rare drops in, like, any RPG. Sign me up. No one wants to make your leggies hurt today? Genevieve B, what do you mean? Oh, by doing squats, you mean? That's okay. Yeah, not getting a ton of donations, but people were very generous earlier. The other day and the day before that. Oh, I tried to analyze him, but he went into his balls form, and now I cannot target him. Let's say this guy is weak to gnome. If it's Dryad, then, like, F that. Oh, it's... Okay, so he's the thunder guy, I guess. I have to imagine the earth magic kills him. Oh, and Jordy Pants is almost dead. Let's heal everybody here. Good thing I leveled up Gnome to, like, level 1 million. You need my bikini skills. Yeah, I mean, we always get donations for that. Alright, let's do an earth slide on him. Hit him with the dirt. Yo, Blitz Breath, or whatever he just did there, hit me for 400. Holy cow. I do, though, Genavieve B. Like, always, always, always. Ouchie is right. Oh, man, I whacked him, too. And you know what? We haven't used moon energy in a while. Let's do that on Nick D. Oh, he might be dead here. Shoot. Alright, well, we've got 3 of these. So that's fine. I'm gonna gem missile this guy, like, a lot. Let's just, like, stun lock this dude with spells. And, like, this is one of the easiest ways to beat bosses, is just to spam spells over and over. Like, I basically had that guy stun locked. He could not move, and I was hitting him for, like, 500 damage with each crystal that was pointy and very sharp. I mean, I get it. Large rocks, large pointy rocks, tend to do a lot of damage, whether you're weak to that element or not. I'll gem your missiles, Genavieve B. But yeah, that's how we cheesed a lot of the bosses when we were kids. That troll looks so old. Why is his beard green? Oh, he might have dyed it. I don't know. I could ask him. No, I can't. I could have asked him at the time. Oh yeah, I love crystals. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Desert Titan, you're one of those, like, hippies that's like, ooh, I got crystals all over my house for healing and stuff. Thunder magic makes him retain hair color. So it didn't turn green, it was always green. And he kept it that way despite being old. Level 7 Javelin. Get javed. Hippie, you take that back. Genavieve B, hippie isn't offensive, is it? If it is, I apologize. Some of the coolest people I know are hippies. Speaking of which, time to absorb some magic. Oh cool, another Griffin helm. What color is this dragon? Okay, interesting that the first dragon was a snow dragon, but then the next 2 dragons were named after their color. The snow dragon was also blue, was it not? But this is the blue dragon. It fears gnome. That's great, because that's the one that I just spent way too long leveling up. Hey, why don't we do that same strategy as before? Sammy the Tanuki, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute. Looks blue to me. Well, it also looks snow to me. Indy, Snow Dragon was white. Was it? Maybe I got it confused because I was thinking it was a Blue Eyes white dragon. Okay, but either way, why wouldn't they call that the white dragon if the red dragon is the red dragon and the blue dragon is the blue dragon? The white dragon is the snow dragon? Why is the dragon always looking left? Desert Titan? If I were a dragon, I could answer that. Torrance, 4001, what's going on? I got a Boomerang's orb. And I'm also going to absorb some MP from this Griffin hand down here. It's like absolutely necessary to do this to keep your MP up. Or else I would have run out of walnuts a long time ago. Wall level 5 nuts. Griffin hand got whacked. Oh my gosh, did it drop another Griffin helm? That'd be insane. Chocolate won't fit. 2D animation. Yeah, but also it could just be neck problems like other people are saying. Try being that old with a good neck. Might be. Haven't had any complaints. Let's go this way. It's the opening theme, everybody. Where are we? The Pure Land, idiot. I've been talking about it this whole time. I love that they're just looking around like dumb idiots. Look. The Monot tree. How can you be sure? It's this song. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's probably the Monot tree since it's 100 times bigger than the other trees. We finally made it to 4 miles away from the Monot tree. Let's revive the Monosword. It's like a dream. How do we, get down there? Can we really be here? Our dragon couldn't have parked us, like, a little bit closer to that tree. Nick D, we've done it. Have we, though? I'm so glad I met you, and you too, France. I'm so lucky I found such good help. We're friends and stuff now. So much has happened, and I didn't understand any of it. We never gave up hope. And we have just one more job to do. Give up hope. Ask the Monot tree to revive the sword. Can any of you guys speak to trees? Haven't thought about that until just now. The music stopped. Whale noises. Ha, now see the power of the Mana Fortress. Help, hey, you guys okay? Help, says Jordy. The implication here is I think there was a giant laser and it kind of Independence Day'd us and we get shot in different directions. Nope, we all got sent the same way. Seventh Deadly Zen, what's going on? Yes, that could be true. Desert Titan, you're going to France in 2 months? Tell us about it. Oh, the tree, it said something. I missed it. Where are we? There's no Mana tree. There's like some of it. More like Mama tree. Because, well, just wait. What the, after all we've been through? It's Thanatos' doing. Ninja, I see you making a reference. What's going to happen now? Mana stump, yeah. On this nun tree hill. Nick D, it is I, the Mana tree. The Mana Fortress is using up most of the world's mana, if I remember correctly. When we finished Final Fantasy Adventure, the lady character who had been with us for like a lot of the game since the very beginning, she becomes the next Mana tree at the end of the prequel to this game. So if I remember correctly, I named her Shaq. Or Kobe. So, this tree talking to us is either Shaq or Kobe. Either way, multi-time champion for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Mana Fortress is using up most of the world's mana. Which is how we pronounce it, by the way. Soon all the beasts of will be transformed into one giant creature. Soon all the beasts of will be transformed into one giant creature. I apologize, I haven't spoken to anyone in like 200 years, so words fail me at the moment. Only the great Mana Beast can bring back mana, but the beast has little control over its rage. Mama Mana, yeah, Mama Mana, do. You're right, Genavieve B. If it were to attack the fortress, the world would be finished. The only way to avoid this is to beat it using the Mana sword. The sword can only be used by people of the tribe of Mana. Your father, the legendary knight Saren, should be standing here now. Okay, so they did mention the Saren character earlier. Like, one person mentioned that, right? Like, someone was like, Gemma's friend Saren, blah, blah, blah. It turns out that's our dad, and he was the legendary Mana Knight. Aaron Blag, what's going on? Crit Crash. Let's go, Stare Ocean. But also, I think canonically, the main character in Final Fantasy Adventure, which again is the prequel to this game, that character's canonical name is Sumo, which I love. Like, as in sumo wrestler. I don't know anything about Finland. Yeah, the world would be Finnish, Sirefly. Daddy Knight is correct. He was badly wounded 15 years ago by the Emperor, but vowed to stop him. Is this kid supposed to be like 15 years old? I hate that. On his way to a final showdown, he fell and never got up. That was in Potos. You mean the ghost I saw by the falls was my dad? Yes, and you should listen to everything he says. That was your father, Saren. I was his wife and am your mother, a tree. We are of the Mana tribe. The women of our kind become the tree and the protectors of the world. Talking trees. By the way, did I mention that I could talk? The men wield the sword and protect against evil. It's admittedly a much cooler and better and easier life. You must stop the fortress. Mana is weak and its shields are down. With my last energy, I will summon the power of the Seeds of Mana. To sword power at maximum. Interesting. Didn't I just get a swords orb? What does it mean, sword power at maximum? Nick D, I'm sorry, I haven't been much of a mother to you. I've really been more of a tree on a distant island. Mother, is that really you? Yes. Were you not? Please. Sorry about your mom, Nick D. Oh, cool, the game's frozen. Mother? Oh, I had to hit the B button. Why won't you talk to me? Mother! Nick D. Mother, my... ... This is nuts! Oh my gosh, France. Snap out of it. She's asked us to do something. Joy doesn't have a mother. I love the single R on the next line. They call that a widow, I believe. Usually that applies to a single word on a single line. Maybe I'm just assuming he was silent. Seventh Deadly Zen. What are we talking about? Did the silent main character just talk? Oh, yeah, he's not silent in this game, but in other games like Chrono Trigger and Super Mario RPG, the main character is a silent protagonist. And neither do I! And now neither do you! Sorry! They meant seed powers at maximum. When you go through the palace, if you've looked at your stat menu, you would see that you had 0 mana power because Thanatos had broke all the seed seals. Ah, okay. Thank you, Indy. Sorry, I'll behave. What did he say? I've got a lot to live up to, and we've a big job ahead. Now you're talking, number one. Chrono actually speaks one time during one of the endings. Yeah, it's like the ending where the lady characters rate the hotness of all the male characters, right? Orphan characters trail on the following line. Widow characters are alone before the line break. Thank you, Cupid Punch. That is like some excellent information there. That's a fun fact. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like I just met my mom too. I know she's in my heart. Okay, yeah, we can have the same mom. All right. Yo, that's right. Let's do it. Robo is the hottest Chrono Trigger character. Sirefly? No one can argue that. Factually. Anyway, let's get out of here by calling our dragon. And like, I don't know, if he can pick us up from this spot, why couldn't he bring us directly here? I thought Widowmaker referred to the falling branches, not a specific tree type. Fighter, we're talking about text. But I've also never heard that phrase. A Widowmaker is a falling branch? It's also a legendary bow in Diablo 2. Yeah, Metal Man, definitely gonna get some items before I go to the Mana Fortress. But also... What time is it right now? I've been streaming for an hour and a half. I might save the finale to this game for tonight. So let's go do some maintenance stuff. Where do I get my supplies here? Okay, first we're going to the inn. Widowmakers are how the tree breaks apart as it falls after being cut. Avis, yeah, I never heard that phrase. Dragon knew you needed the Griffin helm. Sirefly? Tiny Cat just jumped down from the windowsill and slammed on the desk. Let's save the game. It's also referencing a type of artery that kills most men with high cholesterol. Interesting, Seventh Deadly Zen. Hey, this town smells like war. Isn't that crazy? Alright, let's upgrade this glove to the Griffin claws. That's the enemy that we were fighting a bunch, sort of. And now we have the Dragon Buster, which is like effective against dragons, but like I keep mentioning, the weapon effectiveness in this game does not work and is bugged. Yo, Wing Bow up to level 8. It's the Doom Bow. Damn, we fought a lot of bosses. We have a Shuriken now, is the boomerang upgrade. Poisons enemies. Okay, Griffin Claw at least does something. Effective against dragons does nothing. Effective against plants, fish does nothing. That does nothing. Ooh, Doombow raises critical hit rate. Love that. Same with the Shuriken. Okay, so we're gonna use the bow, the claws, and the boomerang for like a good chunk of the game now. And then Jordy has the bow equipped, right? Let's go get some items. So you wiped out a whole species. Dragons. Are you proud of yourself? Not really, Indy. Like, why did we need to do that? Not really clear what the purpose of killing all those dragons was. You have so much money, WTH. Well, yeah, we did just wipe out all the dragons, Sammy the Tanuki. What'll it be? Let's buy. Probably don't need any chocolate. I'm full up on fairy walnuts. All right, let's get some of these. Cups of wishes. And like, before I sign off, I want to show you at least one dumb thing here. So let's go to an area where there are enemies and show you what this barrel does. What that barrel do. You're so rich. Who are you? Ness's dad? Sammy the Tanuki? Yes. I will call you on the phone. Work till exhaustion, they say. What does Ness's dad say? You're a hard worker, just like your mother. Alright, let's land here. The music is different again. So, like, there's an item in this game that's just a barrel. And you can't, like, throw it at enemies or find bonus stages with it like you can in Donkey Kong. But if you use it on you, your character will just be in a barrel. Like, he's walking around with this barrel on top of him, and I think enemies, like, won't target me while I have this barrel on my head, nor can I be hurt. But, like, it's an item you can use. It's actually kind of useful. I just, like, never used it up until this point for this particular demonstration. How long does it last? Oh, okay, until I hit the B button. Can I wear it in between areas? Yeah, Metal Gear moment is right. Let's try it again. Huh? What's up with this barrel? Just my imagination. In the meantime, let's, like, hit people with spells. Get him with the air blast. Is that you, Snake? I'll be okay. I've got my stealth camouflage. Another heart attack. What the hell is going on? Man, I love Metal Gear. A treasure chest! I hope it's a barrel. Ooh, it was candy. Oh, I didn't realize I was low on candy. Let's get another. Work till exhaustion, they say. What a funny phrase. Bah! I punched that dog. I feel kind of bad about that. Alright. Let's get out of here. I just wanted to show you what the barrel can do, you know? I want to show you stuff about this game. But, like, now where do I go? That's the Ice Palace. Where is the Ice Country? Actually, what's that there? That's probably cannon travel, huh? That's not a town. That's not it either. Anyway, let's find a different town. Tiny Cat is, like, directly in front of my monitor right now. The dragon you ride in this game has a really nice color palette, says Sammy the Tanuki. Yeah, that's my friend Flammy. Or maybe it's supposed to be Flamey. Pet the cat. Nick the Frenchie, you got it. Okay, let's save the game and call that a part. I'll be back later tonight, probably, with some more Secret of Mana. I think we can finish the game, everybody. But for now, let's save it here and show you my cat. Tiny Cat, show the people your handsome mustache. Not the dancing. Imagine they were dancing with bananas, Nick the Frenchie. You would hate that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching me stream a little bit of Secret of Mana. Until next time, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great, and I hope to see you soon.